Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? Artist Devil, how you doing? Hey, Brooklyn Chick, how you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're being safe. Sonia, what's up? What's up, Sonia? What's up? Let me drop the link for the live stream. In case anybody wants to come up on the panel, there's the linky. So what's everybody up to today? McCray Kings, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday, I think it is. I think it's Thursday. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Miss Terry Lee Mercer, what's going on? KK, what's up? Dude Love, what's up? Elsa arrived in New York City. It came through here last night, Brooklyn Chick. It came through South Carolina last night. Yep, it came through here last night. We got lucky, though, at my house. We were supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of rain, but it moved a little bit more east of where I'm at, so we didn't get but about 1 inch of rain. So we did good. What's up, Hart Gasper? What you up to? Miss Terry Lee Mercer says, you do not really want to know, Hillbilly. But yeah, I got lucky. I only got about 1 inch of rain. It rained all night long, just a steady, slow rain. And then today, the wind blew and blew and blew and blew and blew and blew. But yeah, we got lucky. Thank goodness it went a little farther over to the eastern part of South Carolina. So I was happy about that. Unfortunate for those folks over there, but at least it was okay here. I know they had at submarine base down in Brunswick, Georgia. They said they had a small tornado down there. Tore up a bunch of campers. They have a military campground down there at the sub base, the Trident sub base in Brunswick, Georgia. And I think it's called Brunswick, Georgia. But anyway, it tore up all the motorhomes and the campers there in the campground. But I think everything's good. Coco, how you doing? No, I didn't see Tony Damien flying around last night. Vermont Paint. Miss Terry Lee Mercer said we got some rain before it hit y'all in the Carolinas. But yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky, y'all, which is good. I didn't want all that. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing. I was not looking forward to 2 to 4 inches of rain here at my house because the old dirt road gets to be a mess. Yeah, broom's probably still in the shop like her car is, Vermont. She needs to get that broom fixed if she's going to work. If she's going back to work, she needs to get the broom fixed so she's got transportation to get back and forth to work. So she needs to get her broom fixed. She needs to get working on that. Get her broom, get an overhaul done on her broom so she can get back to work. Carolina Clay. I hear you, Miss Terry Lee Mercer. But yeah, if y'all nobody heard, Tony Damien's back on the market looking for work. Unfortunately, her broom is in the shop broke, so she doesn't have transportation to get back and forth to work yet. So she needs to get that overhaul finished on her broom so she can fly back and forth to work every day. I'm just saying. I'm just passing along the information that Vermont Paint gave me. Yeah, I'm just passing along the information that Vermont Paint and Photos gave me. So there you go. So what you up to today, KK? What you up to, KK? I know Sonia broke every machine in her workplace. Sonia broke every machine in her workplace. She broke the shampoo machine. She broke the machine that puts the bottle caps on, and she broke the labeling machine today. Sonia says 88 in here today. I'm only 83 right now, Sonia. After I handed my mom her 18th birthday card, she had a tear in her eyes. She told me just one would have been enough. Huh, I hear you. 80th. And mom will be 83 next birthday. Mom will be 83 next birthday. $12 baby maters now. I know you had a bunch of mater plants, KK, so I figured when they started coming in, you'd have lots of tomatoes. You have to start giving maters away to the neighbors when they all come in at one time, KK. I broke the spray machine too. Good Lord, they might as well go out of business, Sonia. They might as well go out of business. You done broke every darn machine in the company. Wow. Yeah, I know you had that one day on your video, you're showing all the mater plants you had planted. And I thought, Lord, when all them come in at the same time, she'll be having to give maters away. Miss Terry Lee Mercer said she'll take a case. That's the bad thing about maters. If you plant them all at the same time, they all produce about the same time, and you got more maters than you could ever dream of eating. Unless you make a chow or you can them. You make canned stewed tomatoes, or you can some homemade chow or something. Does it take a boy plant and girl plant to make baby ones? Some plants need that, really. Wow. Wow. Wow, Vermont. But guys, did anybody see the baby population? If everybody will remember, you heard it right here first on the Carolina Hillbilly channel. I said several months ago that due to all this lockdown, that there would be a worldwide population explosion. Remember me telling you that? That one Houston hospital the other day, what was it? It's either 100 and something babies in 93 minutes or 93 babies within 111 minutes. I think it was. One hospital, folks. I'm not kidding. It was on the news. I'm serious. Bees do all the work. I hear you. The owner is the market to rent a bigger warehouse. We're all stuffed in a 4,000 square foot one now. Yep. I told y'all it was going to be a baby explosion. I was reading a newspaper in the Philippines, and same thing. They got a huge baby explosion. It's happening all over the world, folks. A huge population explosion from everybody under the lockdown, folks. Lots of babies being born. I'm just saying. You heard it right here first. You know, I've been complaining about nobody here in South Carolina getting their jab. They put out the numbers for the whole United States over the last 14 days. Cases are up 6.7%. 6.7%. South Carolina up 55%. 55% increase in 14 days down here in South Carolina. They're testing to see if the babies are immune due to parents getting shots. I got you. I would think the antibodies would transfer, Vermont, since the mom and the baby are carrying the same blood. I would think they are they would have the antibodies. Miss Terry Lee Mercer said, I refuse to get it. That young lady, I told y'all, that young lady at the VA yesterday, you know, to get into the VA, you got to get your temperature checked. You got to do all kinds of stuff. They still make you wash your hands. You got to wear a mask. Got to do all that. Even though I got both of mine, when I got in there, that the second lady, I sit down at her desk and talk to her. She works there and has not had it. Has not had it. Yeah, it'd be great. Miss Terry Lee Mercer, you might want to check on that because Vermont was high risk. Tony Damien was high risk. Lots of people were high risk, and they did okay with it. But I was reading an article today. I guess the Delta is responsible for 51% of the cases in the United States now. 51% in the United States is Delta now. So there you go. That's an update on the Hillbilly News Network as I read it. I forgot what country it was. I guess one of the presidents of one of the countries got assassinated. Yeah, Tony Damien got it, Miss Terry Lee Mercer, and she does not have an immune system. She does not have one, but she got it. Haiti, that's it. Yep, thanks, Vermont. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, I guess the president of Haiti got executed, and his wife was hurt really bad, and they flew her to South Florida somewhere to work on her. Yeah, Vermont, he got sick from the shots they gave him to be able to allow him to get the jab. So that was the only issues he had. Yeah, everybody, Brooklyn Chick says hit that thumbs up. If you didn't hit that thumbs up, folks, thumbs up or thumbs down. Every which way you want to go. I'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it. But folks, I've told this story on here several times. When I first started on YouTube, I did not make no videos. I didn't have no subscribers, no nothing. I was just a watcher for a long time. And I look back today, I posted my first video on July the 14th of 2019. So I am coming up on my 2-year anniversary of posting my first video. Coming up on July the 14th. Will be my 2-year anniversary of posting my first video and started working on getting subscribers. So it's been almost 2 years already. Can't believe it. Almost 2 years of doing live streams and posting a couple of videos. No, we're not having cake, Vermont. Thanks, Brooklyn Chick. But yeah, July the 14th. I can't believe it's been almost 2 years. Almost 2 years, y'all, that I posted my first video. But that's a heck of a deal. Old Hillbilly's made it almost 2 years. Almost 2 darn years. Can y'all believe that? Who would have thunk it? Who would have actually thunk it? Not me. To be honest with you, I posted that first video and I thought, I wonder if anybody will watch that video. And next thing you know, I was going to Tree Trimmer and I was going to Blood X and Farm All Fanatic and TR Nairi X, his channel at the time. And next thing you know, a couple of people joined my channel and actually watched my video. And I was like, wow, somebody's actually going to support me. And that's how it all started. That's how it all started back in the day. But anyway, what y'all up to? Anybody got plans for the weekend? I know Sonya will be at the campground. Vermont's still sulking. The nanny left, so he's still sulking. That's why he painted the painting he did today, because he was feeling the blues from the nanny leaving. Hey, Bwizzle Aquatics, how you doing today? So yeah, he went a little on the dark side today. He was in a little bad mood because, not in a bad mood, but a sad mood because the nanny flew back to Michigan. Raining here, so no plans. That was a cool wind this morning. It was a little cool with that wind blowing as hard as it was this morning. Just gardening and watching TV this weekend. Whizzle Aquatic says, cleaning pools. Well, I wish you'd come and clean mine for me. I wish you were here to clean my pool, Whizzle Aquatics. I live out here in the country, and I cannot keep this dirt road dust out of my swimming pool. It's a never-ending battle trying to keep the sand and dirt out of my swimming pool. Every car that goes by, there's a big old dust cloud, and it goes all the way across the top of the house, and it lands right in my swimming pool. It's a never-ending battle. But it is what it is. So nobody's got no big plans. I guess Sonia's the only one going camping. Sonia will be the only one camping this weekend. Or I should say glamping. She goes glamping. Because she has Papa Smurf there to wait on her. So she's basically glamping. Whizzle says, laugh out loud. Yep. Yeah, it's a never-ending battle here, dude. In the country. It's a never-ending battle. I may go fishing if the mood strikes me. Dang, how you going to go fishing without the nanny there to keep you company? I know Mrs. Vermont ain't going to go fishing with you. As a matter of fact, I don't know many people that would go fishing with you on a boat because everybody knows how you are. Oh, your son. He might be safe. He might be safe then. She likes to fish. Well, I'm sure she probably does like to fish. She just don't like to fish with you driving the boat. That's probably what it is. I used to like to fish. Back when I was younger, I used to love to go fishing. Used to love to go hunting. I was hoping Naj was going to come in here today. I saw something today on my front porch I'd never seen before. So I was hoping Naj would be here. Maybe Naj could tell me what it was. I don't take her. Too likely to push me in. That's why she doesn't go with you. She's afraid you're going to push her in. It's a nice 73 outside. Wow, KK. Miss Terry Lee Mercer says, Vermont paint photo. I'll go with you with permission. Sounds like a date. Sounds like a date. So what you been up to, Brooklyn chick? You been up to anything good? You been up to anything good, Brooklyn chick? KK said, oh my God, I saw 10 cardinals today. Yeah, I got a ton of them here, KK. I got a ton of doves. I got a ton of cardinals. I got a ton of blue jays. I got a ton of catbirds, doves, blackbirds. I got them all here. You had heart surgery. I didn't know that, Brooklyn chick. I hope you're doing better, my friend. I did not know you had heart surgery. Dang. Hey, Aurora, how you doing? Recovering. Wow, I hope the best for you. Miss Terry Lee Mercer said Vermont paint, but if I outfish you, you got to be happy. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. And I hope everything works out well for your recovery, Brooklyn chick. I truly do. Appreciate the like and share, Arlene Verdita. Yeah, I did not know that you'd had heart surgery. I didn't know that Sexy Too Much for You Coleman had surgery again. So when she was in here, what was it, yesterday or day before yesterday? I didn't know that she had surgery again. Hopefully Vermont Paint avoided surgery with changing his diet. Miss Terry Lee Mercer, I never get stressed about catching fish. Just peaceful quiet is great. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, tree hugger. That's a very political tree hugger statement. Vermont says, we will see. Well, if you keep sneaking and eating them candy bars and spam sandwiches, you're going to be right back in there. Yeah, you keep eating them spam sandwiches and sneaking and eating them cakes and stuff, and you're going to be right back in there, Vermont Paint. Mrs. Vermont's going to have to put a lock on all that stuff. No, you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing that starts with brownie, Vermont. You do not get nothing that starts with the word brownie. Nice try though, but you're not getting nothing that starts with the word brownie. I'm the only one that gets to eat brownies. Peace is awesome. Yeah, it is, Miss Terry Lee Mercer. I actually bought something else today. Those 70-calorie brownies I bought a couple of weeks ago. They had some like lemon cakes. that have 70 calories. So I bought some of them today at the grocery store. They were good. So now I can alternate. I can have a chocolate brownie with 70 calories, or I could have a lemon cake for 70 calories. So now I have a choice. It's always great to have a choice. I have chewy, chunky chocolate chip granola bars, and then I have peanut butter oatmeal bars. So I have a choice. Always great to have a choice. My ex-wife didn't think that was such a great idea for me to have a choice, but it's always good to have a choice. I had sushi today. It was good. Enough wasabi and kimchi, and anything tastes good. Dude, Vermont Paint, if you can eat kimchi, dude, oh my God, how do you eat that crap right there? When I was in Korea, they used to go out there and dig that crap up and bring it in the bar, and it would make me literally gag. Ugh. Ugh. That stuff is nasty. Oh. Oh. It's probably Americanized kimchi, though. It's probably not the real thing that they dig up out of the dirt. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. Lord, that brings back, I'll probably have nightmares tonight about that. Whew. Let's just put it this way. A bite of kimchi has never crossed these hillbilly lips, ever. And as far as I'm concerned, it never will. It never will. Really? I changed the high drive on a spreader when still warm. That was easy. Dude, that kimchi they dug up and ate in the bars in Korea, dude, there ain't enough money in God's green earth for me to eat that stuff. Ugh. I had to leave the bar. I couldn't stand to smell it. Holy cow. Who in the world is that right there? Minion Moto? Who is that channel? I ain't never seen that channel before. Where in the world you been, Minion Moto? I hadn't seen you in 1 year, 6 months, 14 days, 7 hours and 3 minutes and 27 seconds. No cauliflower, no broccoli, and no carrots, Minimoto. Except over there, Miss Terry Lee Mercer, they bury that cabbage out there and put all that hot stuff and stuff in it. They bury it in the dirt and let it rot, and then they eat it. They let it rot, and they eat it. They call it fermenting. Fermenting is just another word for rotting. I don't care what anybody says. Just a lot of work. Good, sir. That's all. I'm still alive. How are you? I'm still alive and kicking, buddy. It don't taste nothing like sauerkraut, Miss Terry Lee Mercer. Don't let nobody fool you. And don't let anybody just say, oh, it's like fermented cabbage. Fermenting is just another word for rotting. I hear you, Minion Moto. Yeah. Oh, it's fermenting. No, it's not. It's rotting. He's talking about that when they make grape wine. Oh, it's fermenting. No, it's not. The damn grapes are rotting. But anyway. I'm glad Vermont's turned into a good vegan. I'm glad he's turned into a good vegan. He needs to with his health. That's what happens when you get 3,055 years old, folks. You got to start watching out for your health. You got to start eating right. I'm fermenting out here in this 125-degree heat with 30 to 60% humidity. I hear you, Minion Moto. I hear you. Yeah, we're only in the low 80s, but the next 7 days, we're supposed to be in the 90s. It's going to get summertime in South Carolina the next 7 days. This crazy cool weather we've been having and all this mess, the next 7 days, it's over. July weather is finally arriving, I think, the next 7 days. Yep, the next 7 days, it's supposed to get hot, July hot here in South Carolina. Brooklyn Chick says, I'm cold. That rain was cool here, Brooklyn Chick, this morning from that tropical depression that came through. Yeah, it was a little cool this morning. The wind was cool. It was kind of weird. It was humid, but the wind was blowing so hard. It was kind of cool. Minimoto said, well, I'll trade you places. Nope. No trading places with me. KK said, got some rain this morning. I hear you. Yeah, it rained all night here, y'all. Just a steady soaking rain. I didn't even hear it rain last night. Normally, if it rains hard, it wakes me up. But I got up about 4:30 and went out on the front porch, and it was just a steady, slow rain coming down. So apparently it did that all night last night. So we missed out on all that pouring rain, thank goodness. I know they had a tornado watch up over around Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, over on the coast. My grandkids were down there with their dad. They had just went home. I think they went home yesterday. They'd been down there a week, and they left yesterday. And then my daughter and them and her fiance go back down there either Friday or Saturday. I thought they were just going to meet up and swap vehicles and go, but there's a couple of days difference between my oldest daughter and her fiance going down there. So they just got back from the beach. Now they're turning around and going right back to the beach. But them kids love that darn beach. My granddaughter's 21 and they're like kids. They love going down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They actually go down below Myrtle Beach, down towards Surfside, Myrtle's Inlet. I was trying to think of that little town down there. They normally stay in a condo down there. Can't think of that little section down there, but they normally rent a condo down there. But they love going to that beach. I hate going down there because I don't like the traffic. If you want to go out and eat at night, you got to stand in line for 2 hours because there's so many people there on vacation. That's the problem. Especially if you want to go to one of the better seafood restaurants, you might as well plan on standing in line for 2 or 3 hours. And they don't do reservations. Well, they used to did, and I hadn't been down there in a couple of years, but They didn't ever do reservations. It was first come, first serve. Miss Terry Lee Mercer said, I hate the beach. I love the beach. I love going to the beach if it was just going to the beach and being on vacation, but I don't like all the people. It is too crowded. That's the problem down there. They built all those high rises and all those high rises, and nobody thought about where everybody was going to eat at. Nobody thought about, well, where's all them people going to go eat at? So for several years, they've been trying to up the restaurants and up the restaurants and up the restaurants down there to try to feed all the people. Eno, how you doing? Enow, how you doing? I'm sorry. Hope I pronounced that right. I love the beach if it was cleaned. Yeah, Brooklyn chick, that's the thing. You got to, if people just pick up their trash, Brooklyn chick, just think how much better off this old world would be if everybody would just pick up their trash. That's like up home in the mountains. You know, you go hiking on any of the trails or hike over to the waterfalls or something, and people just throw their water bottles down or their Coke bottles down, or, you know, if everybody would just clean up their darn mess. It's like at the beach. If they just clean up their mess. And those crazy people that bring glass bottles down on the beach, that's the biggest thing. It's the worst thing in the world. Who's going to take, you know, glass down on the darn beach? That's ridiculous. I want to go to Pismo Beach here in California, but it's 5 hours from me. I can ride my dirt bike out in the sand dunes and then go jump in the water. That sounds pretty cool, Minimoto. That sounds pretty cool. Sonia says, drop the linky. Drop the linky. Yeah, it's ridiculous, y'all. I mean, if you go enjoy a state park or the beach or something like that, pick up your trash. It's real. It don't take 2 minutes to clean up your trash. Just pick up your trash and take it home with you and throw it away, or put it in, if they have trash cans, put it in the trash can. Better than that, if it's all that plastic, put it in the recycling bin. They don't make no more earth, no more ground, y'all. They don't make no more land. We need to take care of what we got. And if the ice is really melting, the water is rising, we're going to lose that land anyway. So take care of what land we got. They don't make no more land. Thank you, Miss Terry Lee Mercer. Yeah, it only takes a couple of minutes, Brooklyn chick. Grab your trash, put it in the recycling bin, or at least get it into the trash can. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Speaking of common sense, I don't know about this character right now. I don't know if he's got common sense or not, but he's the smartest guy on YouTube. The smartest guy on YouTube right here. There he is. Fluffy Buffy, Dude Love, Vermont Paint and Photo. He's one and all in one.
You look lonely.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here running my mouth, dude.
Oh.
That
why am I echoing?
That ticks me off about South Carolina, dude. Getting the jabs. The cases are up 55 stinking %, dude. And they said the vaccinations only one that they've gotten one's only at 50%.
Yeah, I think we're at 87% now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. These people, I don't know.
Because they pretty much said, hey, if you don't have it, don't if you work for the state, don't bother coming in. If you work for the government buildings like courthouses and stuff like that, don't bother coming in until you get it going. Maybe that's the way has to happen, I guess.
Well, dude, I like to fell out of the chair at the VA yesterday when that girl told me that she hadn't got them, that she didn't trust it. And I'm thinking to myself, how are you working here?
Yeah.
At the VA hospital, and it takes an act of Congress to get through the front door, and you ain't even vaccinated. What's up, Snooky?
And they let almost
Hey,
the
Bill.
entire
Hey, Bruce.
staff go through in one hospital in Texas, right? The whole staff left. They had to.
174 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Chick says, I'm never going to get it ever. I hear you, Brooklyn Chick.
It is your choice, but it's going to make
It is
life
your
difficult.
choice.
They're going to make life difficult for people who don't have it. My son's the same way. He doesn't want it. And I'm like, Nick, you're not going to get a job other than simple ones.
Well, dude, that's like the sweet pea. She was all gung-ho about getting it. And then when she showed up that one day and it overbooked and they didn't have one for her, she ain't been back since, dude.
And you can go to almost any Walmart up here. There you go.
Yeah, you can walk into places now and get it.
Yep. Any place that's got a pharmacist that's, because they're all doctors, most of them. Most of them have PhDs.
Well, unfortunately, she thinks a lot like me because she's afraid if she gets it, she'll be sick for 2 or 3 days and miss work.
Yeah.
And I had the same exact thought. I said the same thing to my mother when she asked me if I was going to get it. And we went back and forth with it, and finally I decided to get it. And I didn't get sick at all. I didn't have any symptoms at all.
Yeah, you're the only person I know of, Sonia, that didn't have, after the second Moderna, that didn't have no symptoms.
Neither did they. Both of them had the Moderna too, and neither one of them got sick either.
Wow.
Must be the
And
water
they're
in New Jersey.
And they're pushing 76. So,
Well,
She
Mom
drinks that
had,
New Jersey water, so she has to fight different bacteria every day.
well, like I told y'all, Mom got the Pfizer. Her arm did not even get sore.
yeah, my arm did get sore though. As the night went on, it got worse and worse. I didn't feel anything when I actually got the shot because the needle was so tiny. But as the day went on,
For 2 weeks, I was sick.
Yeah.
It hurt from that shot. Sick for 4 days total.
yeah. But
But it was,
my arm was sore for a day and a half, 2 days maybe.
My arm, after the first one, my arm was very sore for about a week. Now, the second one, it was only sore for a couple of days, but then I got sick for them 3 days.
yeah, my doctor said that my reaction was reaction to this medication they gave me to fight the stuff that my body can't take. Great. Give me stuff to make me so I don't get sick, but get really sick anyway.
Yeah, there's somebody in this chat right now that I hate they had to do what they had to do, but they had no choice but to get either the one from the country that started it or AstraZeneca. That's the only 2 choices they had.
Oof.
So they took the first AstraZeneca, and she goes back on August the 15th for the second AstraZeneca. And everybody, all the problems that anybody's had from that have been under the age of 50. So hopefully she doesn't have any problems from it.
She probably has different antibodies anyway built into her system that we will never have.
Yeah, I was reading an article and I got to be careful because I'll probably get my channel shut down. But there's 2 countries out there right now that all their health workers, doctors, nurses, and all that got both their preventions from the place that makes monk fruit. And now a ton of them are in the hospital with it, sick, or have passed away that got it after they had both of those preventions.
It was up to 240.
So everybody's starting to second guess that prevention pretty hard.
Makes you question the entire country being given that one.
Yeah.
It's
But
been 10 minutes.
Peru had that same prevention.
Oh,
And then next thing you know, they got their whole new variant out of there.
PG.
So I don't know. But I did not know. I was reading an article today, or was it yesterday or today I read that article? I did not know that. I never paid attention to what they were talking about asymptomatic, but I guess that's the virus is actually dead in your sinus cavity. But yet when they do the swab test, it still comes back as positive. Even with the virus being dead, it still shows up. It's like 1/1,000,000th of a particle that test is so finicky that it'll pick it up. And I know a lot of the doctors are saying they need to quit using the total cases and just go with hospitalization rate and the passing away rate is the only way to get a true and accurate figure of where the actual outbreaks are at.
Okay. I just
So,
wanted to see something.
I don't know.
What is this woman doing? Back on the right back.
So now they have new symptoms.
Yeah, supposedly that one from Peru is causing complete. I don't know if it's the Delta too, but definitely the one from Peru. They said were completely different symptoms. But yeah, the checking your temperature and asking if you got a runny nose or a cough days are over with, because obviously that was that was not.
That was 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Now they're making sure your fingernails aren't blue and your lips aren't blue. And are you feeling dizzy? Do you feel tired all the time? Do you have a hard time waking up from sleeping? Which kind of. Okay, I got those symptoms every day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that sounds like the old timers sleeping right there.
Yeah. It sounds like anybody that has IBS or chronic fatigue syndrome or
Works for a living.
But the thing of it is, though, Bruce, that makes a lot more sense because it's a respiratory problem. So yeah, blue lips, problems breathing. Makes a whole lot more sense than, oh, I got a fever and a runny nose.
And a cough. Well, okay, so doesn't influenza, the flu, pneumonia, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's just amazing that the world flu this past winter was the lowest it's ever been in history.
Yeah. They actually say that when they put the little thing on your finger and it tests your blood oxygen level,
Right.
it said that tells them more instantly than taking their temperature.
Well, that's what Tony Damon told us. Remember when Tony Damon, she came home and from the hospital and she got one of those, and they told her that was to check her blood oxygen level with that thing, that was the most accurate thing there was. Well, geez, that would be a whole lot simpler than getting that thing run up halfway up into your brain and
I can
both
do it with
nostrils.
I have an app on my phone where I have a sensor on the back of my phone right here. I test my heart rate and my stuff. That's why I bought this particular phone.
Yeah,
But a lot of Samsungs have that option.
That's a whole lot easier than getting something rammed halfway through your brain.
Put your finger here. Please tell me, okay, good. Okay, your heart rate's this, and you only got 89% oxygen level here. Maybe we should get you checked out.
Yeah, get out of the line. Get away from people. Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Because if you're not 90, what is it, 96 and a half, 95, 96 and above, your body's not taking in the oxygen properly.
Yep.
And YouTube, I know this for a fact because I deal with this issue all the time. That's why I have the monitor. That's why I had monitor on forever. That's why I had oxygen for 3 years.
Well, I've been I've supposed to have been taking my blood pressure maybe twice a day and recording that for several months now. And I just never got around to it. So today I actually took my blood pressure and it was 103 over 72. And my pulse rate was 71.
Those two numbers shouldn't be so close. Yeah, the other day I was sitting in the car with my wife and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I feel kind of tired." So I took my pulse rate. It was 61. She goes, I'll drive. It's like, okay. Because usually that means that base of ego thing I have, it's my brain telling my heart, hey, he's going to sleep. Take a break.
Yep.
That's why I don't drive very far. That's one of the reasons. Can't believe it. She's been on for coming up almost on 10 minutes now, and we haven't heard a single beep.
I didn't have to beep today.
She was swearing at some people, but she didn't beep at people.
Well, this woman was parked on the right side of the street, and the car in front of me stopped because she wanted to cross the street. So she crossed the street, stopped in the middle by the double yellow line, looked at something, turned around, and walked back across the street to her car.
Well, that's not so bad.
But there's traffic coming both ways. She literally stopped in the middle of the road. I'm like, what are you doing?
You could tell you don't live in Vermont.
Yeah, you can tell she ain't from South Carolina because I had 5 cars stopped out here in the dirt road the other day catching baby birds and getting them out of the road.
Stopping for turtles, frogs.
Well, they do that here, but not in this part of the state.
Not to mention she applies her emergency brake. Yeah, we don't use that up here.
I have to. You've seen this driveway?
I know, but you apply it up here and it doesn't come off.
In the cold weather.
Because of the salt.
That's in the wintertime then.
So out on my front porch earlier, I saw a spider that has the same body definition as a black widow. It looks kind of like a black widow body. What? But it was white.
Let's take a peek at that.
I've never seen a white spider before in my life.
You know what the good thing about Google is now? If you take a picture of what you want to look up, I've done it. I did it twice so far. If you took a picture of what you're looking at, Google will automatically do the search on it.
Well, I didn't get that close to it because I don't like spiders.
Was it that critter right there?
It was little. No, it wasn't big. It was little. It was little. It wasn't this big, dude.
Because there's a white widow spider.
Well, that's probably what I've got then, because it had the body of a black widow, but it was little. But we have little black widows too, I guess, that are growing up to be big ones. But it was solid white.
It's basically a golden crab spider, also known as the white black widow. Still has a little mark on the butt.
I couldn't tell. I was too busy trying to hit it through the pickets on the porch.
Very wispy looking?
No. See, the problem is it was so little, I can't, nothing you're showing me matches it because it was about the size of half the size of my thumb. Now that's the body shape it's got, but it was very small.
This is tiny, tiny, tiny.
Okay, well, this one was very small too.
Kind of about, that's a finger it's sitting on.
Yes, but it was white.
Yeah.
Mine was white.
It's one of the variances. Or a
Yeah, when
yellow
I first saw it, I thought that looks like an albino black widow.
Yeah.
Because we have black widows here, a lot of them.
Just like any animal in the animal kingdom, there can be white ones. I hate it when people shoot the white deer up here.
Yeah, the albino deer.
There was an albino 10-pointer up here. People were leaving it alone, private property. Somebody went in and poached it.
Well, you know, we down here in South Carolina, we have a lot of calico deer. They look like a cowhide.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Those would be cool. Are those mixed with like elk or something?
Wow, I guess my chat, nobody said nothing and since 4:18, 3 minutes ago. I guess nobody's talking.
I got KK saying, "Oh wow."
Yep, that's the last thing I got too.
And Christopher Clark's here.
Hey, Christopher, how you doing?
What, Chris? What are you doing?
What's up?
Jesus Christ.
Christopher M. Clark Sr. That's professional. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me a minute.
No problem. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Bruce. How are you today?
Spent most of the day shopping with Nick. Nick went to joined a gym today.
Did he really?
With a nutritionist.
Oh.
Dad doesn't know anything.
Who?
I don't know a thing.
Okay.
Even though Dad has, for the last 2 years, said you need to change your diet and exercise a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, first thing this guy said is, well, we need to get you on a regimental diet and get you some cardio and exercise.
Well, why is Dad not supposed to know about this?
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know anything. Although Dad works out every day and was an athlete and
Yeah.
a boxer, but Dad doesn't know anything.
What made him decide to join the gym?
Well, he went to hook his belt and discovered he had to lift his stomach to hook his belt.
Yeah, that'll usually do it.
Yep, when you got a dewlap, that dewlapped over your belt.
Yep.
Or Dunlap's disease. Dunlap, that's it. Dunlap.
So, do you think he's going to stick to this?
Well, he will for a month because he paid $59.
Oh, okay.
It's $59 a month.
Yeah.
Or 49. I don't know. It's like $50 a month. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he gets like super focused and actually will really stick to it excessively. But the thing about it is this place is only 2 blocks from my house downhill.
Well, you can walk there.
He can walk down, and realistically he could walk back, but probably will call.
You should make him walk back.
It's uphill. It's a steep hill.
Even more reason.
But it'd be a great workout.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's literally, if you pull out, it's probably maybe 1,500 to 2,000 feet from my house. Yards.
Yeah, it's like 2 blocks.
Yeah, give or take. And
So-
it's right in front of an ice cream creamy joint, so he can really mess himself up.
I mean, he's pushing 3, right?
Yeah, he's over 3.
He's over 3 now.
Yeah.
Vermont, did you see the on the news or read on your phone about that update you're supposed to do? This came from Microsoft that there's some kind of patch out there that everybody in the world needs to download or do an update on your computer. I had an update on my laptop this morning, so I did the update this morning, but I don't know if that's what it was for it or not. But there's some kind of patch out by Microsoft. They said they even went back all the way to Microsoft 7 and allowed the update to go through.
Oh, because of the new print nightmare thing?
Something.
Yeah, I see that right now. They discovered they had a flaw in their security system.
But yeah, I mean, they haven't supported Microsoft 7 in a year or two, but they even opened up Microsoft 7 to this patch. So it must be a pretty big deal.
Bruce, did you get an email from Spreadshirt?
I haven't checked today.
Well, you might want to check that.
Windows Print. Oh, so anybody that runs any Windows Print program for any printing software has an open variant where somebody can get in through your system that way because of that whole print share thing.
Yeah, I don't print share.
Well, let me ask you a
It doesn't
question.
matter. It's programmed in your computer.
Yeah, it's programmed in your computer. So the question is, I had an update from Dell this morning. Is that patch in there?
I bet it is.
Okay. All right.
All the way back to 2012 Windows programs. Whew. Boy,
Yeah.
I guess they found a small issue.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot bigger issue than they're making it out to be if they went back that far.
If they went back to 2012, it's a big issue.
You always do your window updates.
I run Mac upstairs and over there, but this one is Windows. I'm going to have to check it. So I don't run Windows. I don't run Windows print programs. I don't run at all because my printer's attached to my Mac upstairs, and I print through my Mac.
So I have another computer question for you. I watched the guy, the Overstay Road dude. He runs everything that's Apple.
Yeah, that's what. Yep.
His Apple laptop kept overheating and overheating. I mean, to the point where he couldn't take it out of an air conditioned room. And of course, the country he's living in, that's a huge problem.
Right.
And it's like 4 years old. So he took it to he got to investigating it and talk to several different people. And before I tell you that part of it, he took it to a place. He had the batteries taken out of it because the batteries had swelled up in it and all this. So he took those out and they took the back off. It takes a special star tool. So anybody that tries to do it, don't try to use nothing but the special tool that fits it because you'll ruin the screws.
Yep,
but he had it cleaned out, blew out, all that kind of stuff. They told him that he needed to disable Google Chrome and Google from his Apple.
Yeah, see, that's not the issue that they have because I had that problem with this one overheating. They came through with defective heat sink compound. The part between your heat sink and the body of the machine that's supposed to keep it cool on your fans and stuff. The compound, when they put them through in the manufacturer, was defective. It actually was hardening instead of staying in a kind of a soft form, like silicone. It was actually hardening up and overheating all the components in it. I had to change it in this one.
Wow. Well, he said they told him to remove Google and Google Chrome because all the extensions and everything in it makes the CPU run continuously.
Yeah, you can close all those.
Well, he deleted it all, and he also downloaded a program that I did not know existed. You probably know it, but there is a program that you can download that you can actually control your fan speed.
Yeah, my Microsoft Edge controls my fan speed, and I have an additional fan in here anyway. That's what you hear running.
He said he downloaded that, and so far it's working fine for him. But they told him that by running that fan speed thing, he's running it on high. They said it would run the fan motors out faster.
You got to set the temperature. Factory, they have them set kind of high, so they get kind of too hot when this fan kicks in. I think this one I have behind me is set for, I like to say it's set for 12 degrees centigrade. 8 or 12. One of those two. So 70s-ish, give or take, instead of much hotter. You can't even touch the heat sink on those things before. You couldn't put your hand on them. And if you get dirt in there and don't actually blow them out, keep the fans open and exposed, and you put them like on your lap while you're sitting there in the bed, or on a table with a tablecloth, there's no space between the two. You gotta have that space, even if it's paint sticks, something.
I thought that was just kind of interesting that, I know over there you have problems. When I was there, I had problems with my iPhone overheating, and that's a problem he had before, but now he's got the iPhone 12 mini.
I hear that.
And it's not as bad, but it still overheats there. So apparently anywhere in the tropics, you're going to have that problem. He had that problem with the what's that camera I got that I never used? GoPro. Yeah, he had the GoPro 8 and it overheated.
I use that for my laptop when I do my gigs.
Yeah, see the dual fans plugs into a USB?
Yeah.
My computer my laptop sits on top of this.
It's a chill pad. They call it a chill pad.
Yeah, they're not. This one's a Cool Master. They're not super expensive, but they're worth their weight in gold.
Well, I know a lot of those guys over there in Southeast Asia have problems with cameras, laptops, and tablets because of the tropical moisture and heat.
Yep.
They have problems with the GoPros. They've had problems with the iPhones. They've had problems with that DJ Osmos, whatever that one is, little small camera.
I hear there also somebody did a video on YouTube that Havoc drones don't like tropical heat.
Yeah.
Those little drones that you flip out the blades on them, they come about that big, and then you flip them open.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably got the same operating system that other stuff has, but they don't like the heat either. They tend to shut down in midair, which is great if you're over the water. Salt water.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting if that patch came out, because I think they said they went back all the way to Windows 7 on that patch.
Which would,
So I said right then, I said, that's a problem.
which would be probably 2012, give or take. I'd worry if they went back to XP. Then I'd go,
Yeah, XP or home, then you got a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute.
Wait, let's go back to 3.1.
Yeah.
Don't y'all miss AOL?
I have AOL email.
I do a little bit, yeah.
I have AOL email.
I miss those noises.
Um,
Oh, he misses dial up. That's what he
the
misses.
dial-up things.
Yeah.
Have you actually realized how many of your friends, do you still have some friends that have an AOL email account?
I do have a
I have
couple.
one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was even supported for an email address.
Oh, yeah.
I saw somebody the other day talking about Yearbook. They had their Yearbook account. We're talking pre-everything. Just
How about CompuServe?
yeah, I still have a Commodore 64.
I had one of those.
CompuServe and what was the other one?
Positive vibe.
Hey, positive vibes.
CompuServe.
I still think that Pong was the best video game that's ever been made.
I still play it.
I think that was the coolest video game.
Sorry.
I have an Atari.
Yeah. I want another one because this one's getting tired. I still play Space Invaders. Miss
I used to.
Pac-Man.
I love to play that game.
Right down here on the floor.
Hey, Maria, how
How's it
you
going?
doing?
Hi, Maria.
I'm doing good. I accidentally burnt myself on while I was trying to get my fish fillet out of the air fryer.
Ooh,
That's what tongs are for. Tongs are for.
Watch.
Yep.
Watch it.
Look at this.
I fixed it.
This is my fish sandwich.
what? Well, hold that up again.
That's a big fish sandwich.
Holy crap! That's enough for 3 people.
It's and the fish fillets are from Trader Joe's.
I can't afford to go there.
It's a regular fish fillet, not a square chunk of fish steak.
And then I used instead of mayonnaise, I used cucumber dressing.
Oh, I meant to tell. Hey, Big Flip Coins, how you doing? I meant to tell y'all. I went in the living room after the doctor came and took blood and all that with Mom today. Mom watches that Price is Right every day. They actually had one of those cotton candy makers. You had to say whether the price was above, the
That's
real
awesome.
price was above or below the price
Well,
they threw on it.
So you knew the answer.
One of One of those hard candy cotton candy machines.
Yeah, this one was they had a price on it of $30 and they asked if it was higher or lower. The guy went higher and the price was only $27.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, but see, it all depends where you buy it. That's California. So, yeah.
Yeah, everything on that's exactly right because it's hard to guess the prices on that show because it's
Yeah.
all based off California prices.
Holy moly. Vermont Paint, you would win that show. You would win, I know. Because you probably know all the prices, huh?
Maybe a couple. I'm one of those people
Oh,
that have
yeah.
terrible OCD where you look at everything as you walk by in the store and go, okay, that's what that costs? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I guess basically, if you were going to go on that show, you probably have to take wherever the prices are where you're from and add 20 or 25% to the total cost.
Well,
And
see,
that's
you
gets
Holy
you in
moly.
the ballpark.
got to do it like that guy that used to win all the time because he watched every single episode and they used the same product back then over and over, just in different forms of it. And he knew all the prices of everything. They actually banned him from the show.
That Drew
Oh,
Carey
my.
looks kind of different with that beard he's got.
Yep.
He went through some tough times after his ex
How's it going, Arlene Verdita?
passed away
Yep.
or got killed. Actually, I think her ex-boyfriend or something did it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
he went through some hard times over that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he was only a few months away from getting married.
Yeah. It everybody tells me, oh, it's just because they're stars and stuff like that, or they're rich people that it makes the news. But a lot of those people have a lot of problems, y'all. I mean, a lot of those people, they end up with money issues, drinking issues, running around issues. It's amazing how many problems those people have.
They say the percentage is almost 80% for them becoming drug addicts or alcoholics. 80%. That's a pretty high number.
I'll see y'all in the chat.
Okay, Maria, thank you.
See you later.
Well, the thing of it is, I never knew nothing existed in the United States about that thing that's going on with Britney Spears. She's a full-grown woman, and her dad's got control of her everything that she's got, and some other woman is controlling what she can do to her body or her health and stuff like that. How does that happen in this country?
Because some people sign off on everything just to become famous. And that was a long time ago. That was when she was doing Mickey Mouse, whatever she
Mickey
did
Mouse
there,
Club?
The same thing happened to
Annette?
Funicello.
Something like that.
Yeah. Her father owned everything.
Well, they said her estate's like $60 million or something like that. And she can't touch nothing. She has no decision making on anything that happens.
You don't think that happened after she kind of went a little crazy?
Well, that's what I guess when her dad took over as the thing. Remember when she shaved her head and got kind of weird like that?
Yeah.
But dude, that's what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that they were saying. So I don't know, dude.
Still weird.
Yeah, because if stuff like that can happen, you would think, it's like They say Johnny Depp's basically bankrupt now. You know, somebody should have stepped in and I guess took all his money and oversaw it or something. I don't know.
I got your message, Sonia.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I
responding.
don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, Chris said it's she wanted to move her daddy, says no, more babies for you. Yep. Yeah, she wanted to remove her IUD and they told her no, you're not going to. You're not going to have no more children. I saw a thing on Instagram, I guess it was, and they had a picture of her and they had a picture of that Casey Anthony woman. It said this woman can't make any decisions or can't have kids or nothing. And then they had a picture of Casey Anthony and it said this woman can do whatever she wants to because she's free, including have more kids. Yeah, that kind of hits to the point of what I was talking about. I mean, it's weird, y'all. I didn't know you could legally do stuff like that, but I guess you can.
And then there's a few people that kind of need to be controlled.
Yeah.
23 kids is a bit too many. I'm sorry. I sent you an IG, by the way. Yeah, Billy. Yeah, some people just.
I'm sorry. And I love kids to death. But like Vermont just said, 23 kids is, y'all, that ain't right.
Not now. I mean, you know.
Ah. Well, I can fix that.
But yeah, there was one guy in, what is it? Is it the guy in Saudi Arabia or the guy that lives in like Turkey or something that has like 51 children?
51.
Yeah. Multiple wives, blah, 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 you know.
I took care of that.
Yeah, that's why she's so quiet.
Yeah, I took care of that.
Just have to say something, Sonia.
Should have told me that from the get-go.
He does the same thing in her chat. He'll come in there too.
Well, you know me, I don't give two whatever. Cuss word.
I don't see any.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just weird. That's the weird thing you got going there. But yeah. And then there's China where you get what, 2? Period.
Yeah, but
Again?
have you been keeping track of that? I watch a lot of stuff from around the world in different countries
Yeah, me too.
that they covered in English and stuff. They're supposedly have a problem. Their population's dropping too much.
So because they controlled it too hard.
Yes. So they're talking about changing that because their growth is pretty low compared to the rest of the world.
Well, they were, for the longest time, they were allowing it that if the woman had a girl, until she had a, you know, that child could be excused.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I know what you're talking about.
Until they had a son, an heir.
Yeah.
How's that work out when the female's the one that produces?
Here's a thing for you too. If you go back and look at adoptions, there's a lot of people in the United States adopt kids, and the sweet pea, her best friend in the whole world that she went through school all the way through school with, was adopted, and so was her sister. There's a lot of female children that get adopted from that country.
Yeah. A lot. And a few other countries over in that particular direction.
And those people actually get paid not to have more than two.
Yeah. I have two. I have one of each. Couldn't do any better if I tried.
Yeah, I had girl, boy, girl.
Well, my daughter was a twin. We lost that one when my daughter was born. The other one didn't make it, but my wife miscarried like 10 kids. So 2 miracles in modern medicine. Happy I have 2 kids. Great. And then there's people who, oh, there's another kid. It's like, oh.
Well, I've tried not to talk about this subject very much, but today seemed like a good day to bring this subject up.
You're already getting in trouble.
You could be the Duggars and have 19. I mean, you know.
What in God's green earth? Some of these shows that are on TV now, if it's really true in this world, what is up with all this sister wife stuff?
Yeah. I barely could cope with 1. Why would you want 5?
What woman's going to let her husband have 2 or 3 or 4 dang more wives?
Well, isn't it strange that the whole sister wife guy there that started the whole thing, 3 of his wives have left
Yeah.
because they decided they didn't like that.
Well, see, that's a whole different group there, dude. That's a whole different group because they're actually in the religion.
Oh,
This show that I'm talking about now is people
They're
that
not in the
decide
religion.
upon their own.
Yeah.
And this is what we're gonna do.
They kind of got kicked out.
And the one woman agreed. I think I told you the one woman agreed with her husband. She let her husband divorce her,
Right.
just so he
Oh,
can
yeah.
marry a woman from Brazil, so she can get paperwork to come to the United States and move in and live happily ever after.
KK knows who it is.
Yeah, that dude's weird. That Cody dude, he was weird from the get-go on that show.
Yeah, I don't watch that. I don't watch much TV anyway. I hardly watch any TV.
Dude, I watch it just because I wonder how stupid people can really be.
Well, see, that's the problem. I start watching it and I just look at them going, really? You don't have any brain cells at all. I'm sorry.
Well, while we're on that subject, have you ever seen any of that? What's it called? 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, Married at First
Yeah.
Sight.
Where in
Married at First
God's
Sight, I
green
haven't seen.
earth do you find these people?
I've seen 90 Day, but I haven't seen Married at First Sight.
Yeah, Married at First Sight. They never met each other.
Yep.
Parents hook them up. I mean, that happens a lot, but and then they get married. It's like, no. They never meet each other before they get married.
Well, this 90 Day Fiance thing, it's kind of like they go over there to the country wherever the person's coming from and they meet them like once and then they come back and then next thing you know, they're bringing them to the United States and they're getting married and they don't know the first thing about each other. You know, they haven't FaceTimed each other for 3 years and they don't talk every day, and I don't get it. That one woman on there that shows what 56 years old or some crazy thing, and married that 30-year-old guy from Nigeria, and she's telling that she'll be able to have kids with him. Lady, you're 56 years old. Give me a break.
And
They're still going back
if you've
and forth.
never FaceTime with somebody and all you're looking at is a avatar or a picture, I'm sorry, but you don't buy a car without looking at it. I'm just saying.
Well,
Checking under the hood.
don't take this the wrong way, but if you're sitting there just texting somebody or chatting somebody all the time,
Hi, Sonia's mom.
you think it might be some stunning lady because they typed in the chat they're a stunning lady, and they're really some dude from somewhere.
Sonia muted us.
I don't think you want to hear me punch on my tacos.
What?
It's Taco Thursday.
Oh,
That's like I asked y'all remember a while back, I was asking y'all about that catfish thing. I'd never heard of that in my life.
oh yeah, it happens all the time. And now they got ads for them. They got ads. Would you like to marry a Slavic woman?
It's crazy. I don't know.
I just remembered to tell you, not to change the subject, but I'm going to change the subject for a second. Nature's Own.
Yeah.
They have those, the granola bars and all that stuff. They have new soft chewies, granola bar type things. One's peanut butter, one's, I think it's either oatmeal or chocolate chip. Blueberry, they're awesome.
Oh, I don't know if you heard me I bought something today. Hold on a second.
Nature's Valley, that's what they were. No, that's Nature's Valley. Is that it? I think Nature Valley is
Dude, these things right here are the bomb.
oh, Fiber Ones. Yeah.
The lemon.
Yeah, Fiber One soft bakes.
That lemon's the bomb.
Yeah, those are good.
I told you to try those 6 months ago. You said I'm not eating that healthy stuff.
Yeah.
You said there's no way that stuff tastes good.
This is a whole lot better than them chocolate brownies.
It's awesome stuff in it. Not everything that is good for you tastes like garbage.
Yeah, out of everything that I've eaten so far, this is the best thing I've had.
Yep. I've just even eating some of the gluten-free stuff, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be tasteless crap. And some of it is disgusting. But once in a while, you find this one little brand, and it's like, okay, I'm going to buy 20 boxes of this one because this stuff's better than any Pop-Tart I've had this year.
Well, I promise you right now, those healthy choice dinners will never, ever cross my lips again.
You don't like them?
Those things are like eating damn cardboard, dude.
The other one is it's Love spelled backwards, EVOL. They're good for you, gluten-free, dairy-free, but they're not great.
Yeah, some of that.
Some of the vegan sausage and stuff, though, it's vegan sausage. It's actually really good stuff. But you gotta like mushrooms, though.
Well, see, I like mushrooms.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff is mushroom based. That's what they're using for the meat. Like a big portobello. That's how they substitute that for meat.
So if you order some sausage from California, you're going to get buzzed off eating the mushroom-based food, huh?
Could be. That'd be a new one, wouldn't it? New twist.
I might try it then.
That's probably why they, you can't just have one. Well, no kidding. You eat the sausage and you end up wanting about 4 or 5 more of them. Except when
I
they
mean,
start
stop and
walking
think.
across your table.
Stop and think, dude. If they started making food out of marijuana, you'd make billions.
They have it up here.
Oh, really?
Edibles. Oh, yeah. Brownies, cookies, bread. Yeah, you get it at the dispensary.
Oh no, I don't want to have to go to the dispensary. I want to be able to buy it in the grocery store.
Well, there's some places you can, but all legal. We're talking legal consumption, people here.
Yes, legal, not illegal. Legal,
Medical.
medical. Might help my eyesight.
It actually helps with pain. I can't do it because my body can't consume that. It doesn't like it. But with my wife's fibro and the rheumatoid arthritis and stuff,
Yeah, I was going to say arthritis. They say it works wonders for arthritis, dude.
yeah, she's got gummy chewables. She chews a couple of gummies before bed, and she can actually go to bed. Otherwise, she's in bed, 2 Tylenol PM and all her meds. She's still, arnica gel and ice packs, and she'll get to a point where she can't actually grip jars anymore. That's too bad, but I'll take care of her.
I actually went and bought those pad things that go over the jar lids. I got
The cone-shaped one, or just the rubber flat one?
just the rubber flat ones.
Did you see the cone one?
My next one's going to be the ones that are like pliers.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next one because I'm about to got to where I can't open them with the rubber thingy.
They have one that goes underneath your cabinet. You just screw it in there. You just slip it in. It's got the little socketing teeth.
Yeah, I'm kind of heading that way, I think.
But I got her the cone-shaped one that fits everything from a ketchup bottle down to a pickle jar, mayonnaise. So she can actually grab hold of that.
Well, mine is
no grip left.
My knees and my hips and my fingers. It's not a sharp pain, but it's like a dull, aching pain, like continuous.
Yeah, see, I can crush a closed can of soda. I spent my whole life turning little tiny nuts and bolts and screws and squeezing pliers and holding wrenches. So my hands are,
Yeah, I'm not anymore.
I'm one of those people that have the handshake that people kind of do this when you shake my hand.
Yeah, you're one of those guys where you try to grab them way up on the thumb so they can't mash your hand.
Yeah, I try not to shake hands just for that reason. But it's funny, I could walk around my granddaughter just as delicate as she just holds one finger though.
So how long did your wife stay mad at the granddaughter over the comment the granddaughter made the other day?
She was laughing for like 20 minutes. She comes in, she goes, "Can you believe what she said?" I said, "Truth hurts, don't it?" She just looks at me and says, "Excuse me?" But that whole, look at me, use your ears, look at me. That whole thing I just sit there kind of,
Wow, I wish I could get away with saying that.
Yeah. Alexis, please teach me how to say focus. Focus. That's her mom. I can see my daughter doing that. Listen with your ears. Come on.
Yeah, that was too funny.
Yeah. Some of the stuff she comes out with is just, I can't tell you one she told me about the other day. I was sitting at the table just talking to my wife, and I'll give you a kind of a brief synopsis. She goes, "Grandpa, I have this problem where it hurts when I pee, And she told me actually what it's called. I could say it. It's a medical term. She goes, I have a UTI. Do you know what a UTI is? Do you know what it does? I'm sitting there going, you're 4.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, kids nowadays, dude, it's unreal. I mean, it really is. It's
Well, she reads and writes. She, at 4 years old, knows all the colors, knows math, things like that. Of course, her mom's a teacher, so it's inevitable. But she learned sign language as a baby, that because she couldn't talk super great. But now she's learning more sign language, and now they're trying to teach her French. I don't remember my mother ever doing that. My mother had 6 kids. Get out and go play.
thank you, Brooklyn chick. I hope you get to feeling better, my friend, and be safe.
Be well. I
Yeah,
don't know about you, but your mother probably the same way. Go outside.
that's exactly right. Don't come back till dark.
If that light's on, and if the light's not on, you're not here.
Yeah, it's kind of like that commercial on TV now. Have you seen the one where they got that fancy cat food and the woman's got the cat and you hear the kid in the background, Mom, I need a Band-Aid. It's in the cabinet, the mom says. He said, but Mom, I'm bleeding. Get 2. I was
Yeah, that's
like
kinda-
nightmares coming back, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Mom, I got a problem. Just pull it out and fix it. It's okay.
Yeah, walk inside and your arms dangling and broke. And, I'll shake it off. You'll be all right.
Hey, Mom, my brother took the front bolts off the bike and I popped the wheelie and the front wheel came off. Wow, did you break anything? No. Well, then you're good. But I'm bleeding. Yeah, whatever. Here, have a tissue.
Shake
Wait,
it-
or
shake it.
excuse me, just a minute. There, that'll fix it.
Oh, that stuff hurt.
Bactine.
The spray,
Back
the spray,
team.
fresh burn stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, that
that
stuff
was
hurt.
it. That
What was
other
it for?
Mercurochrome is what used to get me. Methylate.
Oh, Mercurochrome.
Yeah,
Stang? It's
it
Stang?
cured everything though.
Stuff.
Yeah, it killed most animals, but it would cure anything if you had a cut.
Yeah. Anything that your grandparents put in a bowl so it would take out care of the mice,
Yeah,
you should really worry about.
yeah. Where's that? Where was that warning label at when we were kids?
Yeah.
That's like I laugh every now every time I hear that saying time out, put the kids in time out. I'm
Yeah.
thinking back, God, I used to tell Mom that, Mom, time out, when she'd be beating me with that double strap leather belt.
Yeah, my mom told me one time, she goes, you know what made me the maddest thing I ever, I said, what's that? She goes, when I broke that cutting board across your butt. I'm going,
Yeah.
yeah, well, I probably didn't like it either.
Well, I don't know if you have this issue with your mom, but the issue I have with my mom is her memory and my memory are nowhere close to being the same.
I love my mom dearly, but no. I could tell you for a fact that a 36-inch leather belt can reach you from 4 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah. To hear my mom talk to my youngest daughter, I never spanked your dad. I never did this. I never did that. And I was in the bedroom and I walked in there that day and I looked at her and I said, what planet are you from that
You know
you
what?
can't remember that? T Studio X, how you doing?
Our outlook on things is way different than it is now, though. we still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please, thank you, open the door.
Yeah.
You know, talking back to my mom's 5 feet tall. She's 80 years old. You think I'm going to talk back to her? Not a chance. Not really. Not disrespectful anyway.
I got to where I pick at mine all the time
Oh, I harass my mother, but that's different.
because mom's shrinking too. Every year she gets shorter and shorter and shorter. I told her, I said, yeah, you keep it up, you're going to be 3 foot tall.
My son's funny. He walks next to my mom. He goes, "Hi, Grandma." He leans on her. It's like, cut it out, Nick. He's a 14 inches taller than she is.
Yeah, it's funny how their memory gets cloudy as they get older about what kind of parent they were back in the day. Or in my case, what kind of parent they weren't back in the day, you know?
My mom did get 6 kids by herself since I was 6. And we all did okay. You know? She made us work for everything we had. So we didn't sit around playing video games all day. I could tell you that right now. If I wanted a bike, I had to go get one from the dump or from the garage sale and put it back together myself.
Well, you know what's kind of weird with my mom's side of the family is, you know, I got cousins in their upper 70s. You know, most people's grandmothers are in their upper 70s, and now I've got first cousins in their upper 70s, and I'm thinking, Lord, how mercy, I'm getting old.
Yep. See, I'm second youngest in my family. You know, my immediate brothers and sisters, I'm the second to the youngest. So the other ones, they're all about the same age up there in their 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, it just seems weird. You know, mom will tell me, "Oh, it's your cousin so and so's birthday." I said, "Oh yeah, how old are they?" 78. I'm like, Mom, you're almost 82.
Yeah. When my sister is a great grandmother. So it's like, huh? You know, oh man, we're getting old.
Dude, my oldest granddaughter's 21. And I'm like, wow, I could be a great grandfather? No.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm never going to get to that point, I don't think. Knock on wood. Please let it be 20 years away. I might make 75. I don't know. If I keep eating the way I was eating before, I'm not going to, but
Yeah, my goal is 70. If I can just hang in here till 70, anything after that will be a bonus.
everybody in my family, as a rule, lives 90 or older. But different world, though.
Well, see, on my who's supposed to be my dad's side of the family and on mom's side of the family, I've only had one uncle on mom's side that lived to be old, and that's Uncle Dewey. He's 90. Everybody else died a long time ago.
98, 102, 101, 100, 94. So, yeah. My father's still alive over there in California. I guess he's moving to Boston.
Yeah, 90 on mama's side of the family, 90's it. And that's my Uncle Dewey right now. He's still alive at 90. He's the oldest it's ever been.
Yep. I couldn't imagine living from 1917 till 2019. I had a big long conversation with her about all the things in life that changed since she was a child before she died. I mean, think about it. Cars, you know, televisions, cell phones, computers, electricity everywhere.
Dude, that's just like in our lifetimes. Just look at everything that's changed in our lifetime,
Yeah,
much
from a-
less before us.
yeah, went from party lines to carrying around a telephone with us all the time.
Yeah, it's like everybody talks about history. Said, oh, way back in the Civil War, and I go back and look. The Civil War only happened 100 years before I was born. It ain't like it happened, 1,000 years ago.
History is, 1400, 1200. That's
Yeah.
history. Yeah, next year something else will be wrong. We'll not be allowed to eat something else, or some other thing that we've been taking this whole time is going to be bad for us. And
Well, yeah, that's like that doctor was telling me the other day on the telephone, because I was telling him what the other doctor told me about my diet, that I needed to become a fruitarian. He goes, yeah, but then you're going to have to worry about too much sugars.
diabetes. Yeah.
And I said, well, my sugar was good when they ran the blood test. And I said, I'm buying the sugar-free fruits and stuff. He said, well, it still has some natural stuff in there. And then he started naming off all this other stuff. And I said, well, I don't buy any frozen food or stuff like that. He goes, vegetables and stuff. He goes, well, that's good because all the chemicals in it's just absolutely horrible for you.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, well, if you buy produce at the grocery store, it's the same thing. They plant stuff out here in this field. They plant it today, and 3 weeks later, they're picking it because they spray all that stuff to make it grow.
Yeah,
And
that's why I buy certified organic. I know it's expensive. It's very expensive. But some of the chemicals they use to treat, frozen vegetables and things like that, my body does not like them. It's probably from ingesting so many chemicals working and around everything I've worked around.
Well, eventually, back to your point, though, it's eventually going to get to the point where what in the hell can you eat?
The dude, I'm kind of very, very close to vegan. I'm very vegetarian. The guy that my son went to visit today at, the gym, muscle-bound dude, eats no vegetables. He is a carnivore. He only eats meat, protein, eggs, meat. Doesn't consume any vegetable. He told my son that. He says, my body doesn't like the vegetables. He substitutes vitamins and protein drinks and things like that. Now, I can't imagine just only eating meat.
Yeah, but then you run into the issue of supposedly the colon cancer, intestinal cancer, stomach cancer from eating meat. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Big muscle bound dude, though. So it's like, whatever. You're not going to. Once you stop working out, your body's going to go.
Yeah, you're done.
Because your body won't process the protein. Right now, he's processing protein every day. Once he stops doing it, it's not going to process.
Well, yeah, you remember back 16, 17, 18 years old, go to Burger King, get 3 Whoppers, 2 large fries, and a milkshake and an apple pie, and still weigh 140, 145 pounds. Nowadays, I drive by Burger King and gain 10 pounds.
It was nothing to eat a large pizza by yourself.
Yeah, go to Pizza Hut.
Throughout the day.
Yeah, when you turn 18, go to Pizza Hut, get an extra large pizza and a pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
And everybody say, oh, well, I'll share it. No, that's for me.
Yeah. Just fold
Get your
that.
own.
Then you go football practice, wrestling practice, or nonstop moving, and your body burns it up.
Yep.
Now I open the box from a pizza and go, oh, crap, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, or it's like you get a large pizza and you get one slice and you eat that slice of pizza and you're like, oh, I'm full.
Yeah.
And then you go back and think, I used to eat the whole thing.
I made hamburgers last night for my family, and I had a hamburger. I put it on gluten-free bread and all that stuff. Lean hamburger. Well, I made 6 for 3 people. I'm figuring, okay, we can each eat 2. I got halfway through the first one. I'm going, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I actually threw out tater salad the other day because I couldn't finish the tub.
Hey, the Wrights Trapping, how you doing? Well, I got a little experimental last night, and I went overboard. I told you I've been buying that cinnamon bread.
Yeah.
I made 2 cinnamon, and they're smaller pieces. But I made 2 cinnamon bread peanut butter sandwiches last night and a glass of chocolate milk. And dude, after I ate the first sandwich, I was like, it was like up to here. And I was like, damn, I got to eat the other one.
Have you ever made peanut butter French toast?
No, I have not. I'm not a French toast kind of guy.
I love them. I dunk my peanut butter sandwich in there and just fry them, like French toast.
How you doing, Wrights Trapping? Appreciate you stopping by.
Then again, I put bacon with peanut butter, so.
Well, I made homemade chili the other week, and that's the first thing I do is I make me a peanut butter sandwich, and I dip it in my chili. And everybody's like, ugh. I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, see, the only way I could ever eat tomatoes was tomato soup. Campbell's condensed tomato soup. And then I'd have to have a white bread, peanut butter, and butter sandwich to dunk in that tomato soup.
I've never been able to eat tomato soup.
It's the only tomato I could ever eat except for, pasta sauce, which is cooked to 127 degrees.
And that marinara sauce, when I order a pizza, I don't get it. I order it without marinara sauce. I do not like marinara sauce.
Really do like that barbecue chicken, Memphis barbecue chicken, Domino's pizza. It's chicken, onions, barbecue sauce.
You lost me at onions.
On a thick crust pizza.
Well, good luck with that, the Wrights Trapping. Good luck getting a doctor at the VA to give you a call back. That's a miracle. I got you, Wrights Trapping. Dingo. Keep Dingo in your prayers, guys. That's Wrights Trapping service dog.
Nope,
I watched that right quick before I get off here. Lord, I've been on almost 2 hours. I got to get off here. But I watched that when Animals Protect. Have you ever seen that show?
Oh yeah.
I watched that last night. That was different. That cat saved that little boy from the dog. The little boy ended up with 10 stitches in his leg, but the cat just broadsided that dog and chased the dog off. It was one of them. And then have you ever seen the one where there was a house fire and the German Shepherd came out to the road and met the deputy and turned around and led the deputy back down the roads to get to the house? And then the dog left and went back and sat at the end of the roads and for the fire truck to come. And then he led the fire truck back through the dirt roads with the turnoffs and all this stuff to the house.
I've seen the cat one. I saw, I think it was a cow one or something, or a sheep or something or other. Wolf was coming to attack the kid, and the cow or sheep or something turned around and started kicking at the wolf.
Well, one of the ones last night was, and then I got to get off here, but this lady was walking down the street, I guess New York City or somewhere, one of the big cities, probably Jersey, carrying her groceries. And there was this dog sitting out there on the edge of the road that I don't even know if it belonged to anybody. Watched her walk by, and then this dude with his hoodie come walking up behind of her, following her. And when the dude walked by, the dog got up and walked out in the street and turned around and watched him. And he tried to rob the lady, and the dog tore him up.
Yeah,
and then run him off. And then when he got done with the guy, he turned around and walked back up and looked at the lady like, "Are you okay?" "Okay."
Yeah, Ted's that way. He senses dirtbag quickly. You know, he knows who's a slime ball when they come in the house because then he won't get out of your face.
Dang, that'd be great if you had all daughters. Have a dog like that. I could hear my daughters at school now. Now you got to go home and meet my dad, but before you meet my dad, you got to get by my dad's dog because I'm telling you right now, he can smell a slime ball from a mile away. So if you're a slime ball, you might not ought to come visit.
Yeah, if you can't get past the dog, don't bother.
Yeah, and then after you get past the dog, then you got to get past dad.
We've had that issue a few times.
And if he's sitting there cleaning something that goes bang, he's being serious. You might want to listen to him.
My son did that to my daughter. Before she met Alexis's dad, she came home with this guy. Nixon sitting there cleaning one on the table, looking at the guy, protective of his sister just a little bit. Well, you've seen my daughter. The guy's like, okay. 2 days later, he was gone.
Remind me to tell you a story about when I worked for the phone company tomorrow.
All right.
But anyway, guys, I appreciate Sonia, Vermont. Appreciate y'all coming up here and shooting the bull with me. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming by. I hope everybody has a safe rest of the Thursday. And I hope you have a safe weekend this weekend, y'all, because I guess it's still raining up there in the Northeast for all of y'all.
Yeah, it just started raining now.
I got to spend most of the day at the VA tomorrow, but I should be back in time to go live tomorrow. I gotta have a family member at the VA by 9:45, and there's appointments all the way till almost 1 o'clock. So hopefully I'll be back, but you never know how that VA works. But if not, I'll see everybody Saturday, but I'll try my best to see you tomorrow. And everybody always remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I'll try to see you guys tomorrow. Thank y'all.